Gladiator Arena, Los Angeles, California, and our three gladiators taking the floor, Viper, Tower, and Laser, and they mean business. Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley, along with NFL Hall of Famer Larry Zonka. Larry, first up, Powerball.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to have my eye on a contender close to my age, 41-year-old Buz Rosenberg. I hope he's ready for Powerball.
And there he is, Buz from Jacksonville, Florida, 5'9", 190. He's a director of sales for a wine distribution company, but played football at the University of Georgia. Ernest Peace, his competition, 28 years old, from Charlotte, North Carolina, a used car salesman. He, too, played football in college. And Powerball is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Super NES. Now you're playing with power, super power. Once again, goals in the outer cylinders worth 2, a goal in that center cylinder worth 3, 45 seconds to time limit. The two men on their way against our three gladiators. Rosenberg, sweet move on Laser. That doesn't happen often. Buzzy, a whirling dervish. That one rolled off the cylinder as Tower puts him on his backside. Ernest Peace tries a spin move and then reach out. Buzzy just bowls over Viper there. Again, an occurrence that doesn't happen often.
Buzz with those good moves. He said, you know, he wasn't so sure about this game after he reached 35. He was afraid it hurt too much.
Laser did a number on Ernest Peace. We're under 10 seconds. EP a little slow in getting up. Time winding down. Maybe one more goal. A chance for one more goal, and that is it. Laser, Viper, and Tower laying down the law with a good showing put forth, especially by Buz Rosenberg.
Not bad moves for a 42-year-old defensive back. He's giving Tower all he wants right here, puts the move on, and gets the ball in the cylinder. Let's take a look at it from Tower's helmet cam. See Buz set him up, double juke, and then goes the long way around. But as time wears on, Buz wears out a little bit. He resorts to a power play against two of our gladiators, and in fact loses.
And as Viper, Tower, and Laser retire to the sidelines, Sky, Electra, and Zap enter the fray for women's Powerball. Our two contenders, Claudia Valdiviez, the smallest contender in the competition, 97 pounds, just 4 feet 11 inches tall. Her opponent, 24-year-old Jennifer Walz, a systems analyst from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. She's also a shooting guard for the New Jersey Suns in the Women's Professional Basketball Association. They're set to go. Jennifer Walz off to a quick start as she gets by Electra.
Bad situation, Mike. Both contenders same end of the floor. Jennifer makes the most of it.
Larry, Claudia told you before as we watched Jennifer have one bounce off. She was worried about being too small for this event, but she just scored.
Occasionally even Mighty Mouse roars. Got another.
The mouse has roared twice. And again, Claudia Valdiviez scores. That quickness is paying off for her. She took a tremendous hit from Zap. Jennifer trying to go for that center cylinder. Electra pulls her to the turf, and that is it. But a great effort put forth by both Jennifer Walz and Claudia Valdiviez against Zap, Sky, and Electra. Woo!
Well, Mike, we talked about the big hits qualifying as Zonka Zonks. Check this one out. Zap with an arm lock around Claudia, and here it comes. Wham! What a jolt. That is a zonk.
The Samuel Goldwyn Company presents the American Gladiators.
Our preliminary round is in full swing, and based on what we've seen so far, the quest for the Durant Championship is going to be keenly contested. As a matter of fact, perhaps a little too keenly in the case of one of our contenders, Ernest Peace, the used car salesman from Charlotte, North Carolina, had to drop out. He got busted up pretty good in Powerball.
Well, Mikey came out with a lot of enthusiasm. He took on the Gladiators 2 at a time on one occasion, and it resulted in a shoulder separation. And it looks like he's going to have to drop from the competition.
We'll tell you about Ernest's replacement in just a moment, but right now the stage set for human cannonball. The women up first. Claudia Valdiviez and Jennifer Walz. Jennifer currently with a 2-point lead. Storm and Siren, the Gladiators. We have documented for you Siren's story. She is deaf, but that doesn't stop her from teaching the crowd how to cheer for her. They wave their hands, they stomp their feet. and she knows she's appreciated. Again, the Contenders given 2 swings apiece, each successful swing worth 5 points. Here they come. Siren, both Gladiators, Storm and Siren, able to deflect the blows.
You know, Mike, people have asked us how Siren, being deaf, knows when a game begins. And here's a great shot right over Electra's shoulder. Electra gives her the hand signal and puts Siren right into the competition.
Contenders ready.
Second swing coming up.
Gladiators.
They'll switch Gladiators. And once again, Storm and Siren hang tough up there.
Here's a shot from Storm's helmet cam as she sees Claudia coming up. 97 pounds, just not enough momentum to do it.
So the score remains the same after 2 events. Viper and Turbo. Turbo saying, bring it on, guys. They're up there now for the Gladiators as Buz Rosenberg and this man, Sean Hargrow. He replaces Ernest Peace, 24 years old, from Los Angeles, California, an aviation electronics technician. Sean will draw a Turbo first swing. Viper gets Rosenberg.
Contenders ready. Gladiators ready.
Buz currently with a 6-2 lead. And here they come. Gotta stay in that nice tight tuck. They don't. Viper and Turbo rock solid.
Buz gets a nice tight tuck, but unfortunately his line is way off center as we look at him through Viper's helmet cam. Viper just able to push him away.
But both men will get a second swing. Sean Hargrow now gets Viper, and Buz will move over to Turbo. And old Buz, yeah, he's got Turbo off balance. He hit him square that time, Larry.
Buz with a much better tuck and obviously a much better line as Turbo sees fit to congratulate him. Right here, Buz is in that cannonball position, meets with that hip and a little extra shoulder there, and off Turbo goes.
So Buz Rosenberg adds to his lead, 11-2 after 2 events. They head to the locker room. Coming up, more exciting action here on the American Gladiators. Our next event, Assault. Welcome back to Gladiator Arena and a look at Saber atop the Gladiator platform. He is ready to take aim in our game of hit or be hit. We call it Assault. Now the Contenders' mission is a simple one. They get 10 points for hitting the target located above the Gladiator. Failing to do so, they can also pick up individual points by successfully firing weapons at one of 5 scoring stations. 60 seconds the time limit. Sean on his way. First shot, sailed low. Gets into station number 2 by the seat of his pants. Feet first slide. This is
Saber had him in the sights with a headshot. He threw his feet out and slid in, avoiding the tennis ball. Sean knows that he's supposed to be shooting at the bullseye and not Saber, right?
I think so, anyway. Getting closer.
He's under the gun now.
Still alive, 15 seconds on the clock, however, so he's running out of time. Trying to get the shot off. Backs up a little bit, that sails low. 5 seconds to go, and our referee, Larry Thompson, on top of it, says Saber caught Sean Hargrow. But in the process, Sean was able to pick up 4 points for firing 4 weapons.
Now it's pretty difficult to see Sean get hit, but you're going to show it to you right here. He's getting hit in the upper right arm.
Well, time now for the old Georgia Bulldog to see what he can do. Buz Rosenberg, quite a story. Let's find out what makes him tick. Our granddaddy of Contenders, Lehman Buz Rosenberg, is the director of sales for a wine distributor in Jacksonville, Florida. But in his day, Buz was a football star at the University of Georgia. Here he is returning a punt for a touchdown. He was an all-SEC defensive back playing under legendary coach Vince Dooley.
I'm very fortunate. I mean, anybody had the background and the people that I have been around since the time I was, 12 years old. If they don't come out with some sort of good outlook on life, then they just totally messed up. They can't come out real good,
His greatest gridiron moment, beating powerhouse Auburn as a 28-point underdog in 1970.
And I've never said my prayers before a game and said, please don't let it, I always say, please give us a shot, let us win the game, okay? I said, please don't let us get beat by more than 3 touchdowns.
Sabre very laid back, very confident.
Also not bad with that assault cannon. Whoa! Oh, Buz Rosenberg took his time. What can I say?
I talked to him at the top of the show. He said he was just going to buzz through those first 2 weapons, not pay too much attention to it. Changed his mind, obviously, lays it right into the bullseye. Coughs up 10 points. This is a scoring monster, Mike.
21 points for Buz after 3 events. Take a bow, and take a bow Electra. She is up next and has the crowd pumped up for the women's turn in assault. First up for the Contenders, Claudia Valdiviez. Her nickname, as you might expect, Mighty Mouse because of her size, but here's where the power comes from. In 1991, she was the world powerlifting champion for her weight class. So don't feel sorry for this gal. Plenty tough. Trailing right now, 8-6. Safely behind station number 1. Ooh. One good thing about Claudia's size, she's a small target for Electric to hit.
Exactly right, Mike. Ooh.
Electra almost dismantled Claudia's cannon at station number 3. We're under 30 seconds. And that one sails high. 15 seconds now. She's at the final station. Contenders can also pick up an additional point if they can cross the finish line without being hit. 5 seconds to go. Come on, scramble, Claudia. You're almost there. Did she do it in time? The answer is yes.
Mighty Mouse hit out. Electra didn't see her move from station 5, was unaware of her crossing the finish line. That size helped her a great deal.
Give her 6 points. And now Jennifer gets her chance.
Ready.
Once again, Electra on the platform for the Gladiators. Jennifer, a very bright young lady. Graduated magna cum laude from Bucknell. She's a systems engineer developing large-scale computer software, and one fine athlete, professional basketball player. The New Jersey Suns, the shooting guard. Now she's the shooting contender. "30 seconds on the clock.
Great reaction.
20 seconds to go. Gets that shot off wide to the left. She'll try to get that extra point if she can cross the finish line, but Electra ends her run.
And Electra does it with a lot of style and class.
Jennifer makes the big mistake right here at Coffin's corner, gathering herself up too high, and Electra lays the shot in.
5 points for Jennifer Walz. That's good enough, however, to put her back in the lead, 13-12, after 3 events. Atlasphere, the name of the game, and our contenders have 60 seconds to try to maneuver their Atlaspheres into one of 4 numbered scoring pods, each goal worth 2 points. For the Gladiators, who will try to stop our contenders, it'll be Zap and Sky. Right now, Jennifer with a 1-point lead after 3 events. Here she is in the red Atlasphere, and here she is as a member of the New Jersey Suns. Number 33, a shooting guard for the Suns and the Women's Professional Basketball Association.
Claudia commented to me that it's a little tough for her. That thing's 300 pounds. She's got a lot of power. That weightlifting background. It's tough to stop it, though.
Whoa, did Sky rock Jennifer? Zap did the same to little 97-pound Claudia, but she's trying to get it into pod number 2. Can't do it. Jennifer can't do it in number 1. Just missed the scoring sensor there in pod number 2, did Jennifer Walz. 30 seconds on the clock. Claudia Valdiviez, the world powerlifting champion for the 97-pound weight class, got powered out of that one, but Jennifer scores in pod number 3. And again in pod number 1, 10 seconds to go. Here comes Claudia again, and oh man, she has been so close, yet so far. Jennifer, maybe one more time. That one rolls out the side of pod number 4, and that is it. Jennifer Walz wins it. 2 goals worth 4 points, and now she takes a 17-12 lead over Claudia after 4 events.
Usually our Gladiators play a man-to-man defense, but watch what happens right here. They sandwich Jennifer's red ball in between them, and then both of them come off after Claudia. This results in Jennifer finding herself in a great predicament. She says, I'm just going to hold back here, stroll on downtown, and pick up some very easy points.
Who is that helmeted warrior? It's one of our Gladiator Buz brothers. Saber his name. He'll be joined by Laser for this 60-second event. In the men's competition, Buz Rosenberg has a 21-6 lead over Sean Hargrow. Buz will be in the red Atlasphere, Sean in the yellow one.
Gladiators ready!
Sean has youth on his side. He's 24 years old. Buzzy, of course, 41 and feeling young.
Buz has realigned some of the safety.
He's got a breakaway going towards number 1. Laser tries to cut him off, and it is successful. Look how hard he's working against Laser, and again, Laser just overpowers him.
Buz told me before the match, the thing to do if you're locked up with the Gladiators, reverse your field. And look how Laser's got him outboxed.
Sean almost got away from Saber. Buz did get one down there and scoring pod number 1, and so did Sean. We're under 20 seconds now. Buz again for number 1. He missed that scoring pod. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. Each man gets a goal, and so after 4 events, Buz Rosenberg now leads 23-8.
Buz still referring back to that old football strategy. Watch him right here. Head-to-head confrontation with the Gladiator, pulls a little double fake, comes off clean, puts it in for points.
And next, they'll try to really get a grip on things as Hang Tough is up. A look at the powerful upper body of our Gladiator Saber. He is about to show why he's the king on the rings. Hang Tough is next. His opponent, our contender, Buz Rosenberg, who at the moment has a 23-8 lead over Sean Hargrow, who, remember, came on as an alternate for the injured Ernest Peace. Sean on the sidelines, watching intently. Again, if they can cross the grid of 55 rings here and land on the Gladiators platform, that effort would be worth 10 points. Now Buz on his way. He wanted to see what kind of move Saber made initially. Buz right now in an attacking mode. He's halfway through this grid, and he looks to have Saber in a bit of trouble.
Saber missed a ring looking at Buz instead of the ring. Now he's stranded a little bit.
Buz hasn't missed a beat, however. He's been steady, he's been smooth, and if he just lets go, he's got to 10. Look out! Oh, Buz, you had it. Go for it, buddy. You got it. Let go. Yeah!
He almost missed it, Mike. He was so concerned with Saber that he almost missed dropping to the platform.
Who wouldn't be intimidated by Saber? But you're right, Larry. Buz almost made a critical mistake, being a little too conservative. Saber let him off the hook, and Buz Rosenberg gets the 10 points.
Right there, he notices how close he is to the platform and picks up the points.
and quickly pops back down, but Saber's got another round of hang tough. Sean Hargrow now is set.
Gladiator, ready!
And you can see that helmet mount camera on the side of Sean Hargrow's protective headgear. We'll give you a look at what it's like to stare down the rings and into the face of Saber.
Saber still stinging from that defeat at the hands of Buz Rosenberg.
Sean had him turned around momentarily, but they're both on one ring, and now Saber able to close in, and down goes Sean. So Saber back in the win column, and no points for Sean Hargrow. Well, next up, the women will try their hand at hang tough, and for the Gladiators, it'll be Electra. Great in just about every event, this one included, and also the Walz. She's terrific in that as well. Let's meet her. There's a good reason why Electra excels at just about everything. She works at it, and her workouts border on the extraordinary.
My training regime consists mostly of rock climbing. I train in Central Park, I train in gyms, I go take climbing trips as often as possible. It's a good sport. If you fall, you die.
From that dangerous world, you can follow Electra to the ballet studio, where she works out her graceful routines. But don't think for a second that she's gone soft.
My dad was a professional boxer, and I learned how to box when I was about 2. My birthday, on my 3rd birthday, I got my own boxing gloves and a punching bag, so I should know how to joust.
Electra is a study in power and grace, and she has some advice for all the young women who want to be athletes.
Learn everything you can possibly learn. Go ahead, play with the boys. Play their sports. Learn from the guys. Who knows, you might grow up to be a gladiator.
Sage advice, but I don't know about that rock climbing stuff. I think I'd rather stay on the ground. Jennifer Walz, 17-12 lead over Claudia Valdiviez. She's up first.
Like Jennifer said, she plans to go fast and hope for the best. I don't know. It's not too complicated a strategy.
Again, notice how the Contender and the Gladiator keep an eye on one another and an eye on the rings. Jennifer has gotten by Electra. This is surprising because Electra is terrific, but quickly, Electra able to change direction. She's got her wrapped up. She's got a smile on her face. No song in her heart. Maybe a little malice. Can Jennifer Walz hang on for 25 seconds?
She's a strong lady. Electra's working her way up towards those hands. She wants to pry that grip loose.
It was only a matter of time, but what a tremendous display of strength by Jennifer Walz. Electra grabbed her at about 25 seconds. She held on for 12 more, but finally it was just too much. No points there. Hard-earned victory for Electra. Her victory streak in hang tough intact. She'll do it one more time against Claudia Valdiviez. Now, believe it or not, Claudia played basketball in college at St. Edward's University. She needs some luck here against Electra. She also needs a little box on top of the platform just to reach the rings. Claudia incidentally set a drug-free national record with a 280-pound squat. She has also deadlifted 276 pounds. She is really special. Looking good here so far.
Making a power move right down the middle. Let's see how Electra reacts to it.
See, Electra can go sideways at a moment's notice, and this might be one of those times to do just that. Here comes Claudia. There's those long legs, and hey, there is nothing to be ashamed of there. Again, in her sport, she's a champion, powerlifting. It's 32 feet high, and it stands in the way of our contenders. The Wall is the next event here in this preliminary round competition between our two women, Claudia Valdiviez and Jennifer Walz. Again, a 60-second time limit. There's the score after 4 events. Claudia will be followed up the wall by Siren, and chasing after Jennifer. There she is staring at her assignment. Chasing after her will be Zap.
Jennifer certainly no stranger to climbing into high places. Right, here's a shot of her in Russia.
Climbed Mount Elbrus, 20,000 feet. Wonder if she can yodel. No yodeling allowed here on the wall. And they're on their way. Once again, 60 seconds, the time limit. They get that head start.
Jennifer doing a great job. She's just flying up the wall. Built up quite a lead over Zap.
Meanwhile, Siren has a hold of Claudia, and down she goes. 40 seconds remaining now.
Look at Zap close the gap. He's literally right on Jennifer's heel.
She's got a foothold and now a knee pad hold, and there goes Jennifer Walz. So neither lady able to score.
No yodeling for Jennifer.
And the score still remains the same, 17-12, once again.
And once Zap gets that hold on you, well, you're coming off.
Well, if his efforts in the previous 5 events were any indication, Buz Rosenberg should do well in the wall. He'll be chased up there by Tower. And Tower happens to be the subject of our Ask a Gladiator segment. Donald Laporte from Forney, Texas writes, "Dear Tower, there is a strong facial resemblance between you and Turbo. Are you two brothers?"
Well, Donna, maternally, no. But as gladiators, we're brothers. Turbo and I feel we perform very well together on a gladiator floor. You know, I really don't see a resemblance myself, but you know, as gladiator brothers, we're brothers all the way.
Well, Donna, here you go, side by side. You want to rethink your little theory there?
I hope I can. Honestly, that's a long fall. Hey, you really can trust me because you're coming down, but you are coming down. Right on. That's good.
Trust Turbo? Not a chance. He's going to chase Sean Hargrow.
Mike, Buz promised me that they're not going to get him off that wall without climbing. He figures he can put enough ground between them that they're not going to get him from the ground. We'll see.
10-second head start, and Buz better hurry because that is almost elapsed. Here comes Tower. He tried to make that leap. They've both taken that middle line. It hasn't paid off for Sean Hargrow. Tower, meanwhile, having his problems going up that middle section of this wall. Buz Rosenberg has been dazzling us all competition long. 30 seconds left on the clock, and he is closing in on 10 points.
Lived up to his promise. He had to use his forehead as a climbing tool in order to do it.
Well, he's run into something of a dead end here. 13 seconds left. Buz just stuck on that inside face and ran out of grips, or at least grips he could find. And so what looked like a great opportunity to get 10 winds up as no points whatsoever.
You got to give Buz a capital E for effort. Here he slips off. Check this shot out with his face right into the side panel. But he's an old slugger, an old football player. He hangs in there. He overcomes that little obstacle. Then he gets hung up on the inside face up above and slips off.
So 6 events down, 2 to come. Up next, it's crunch time. Super Powerball is next. Event number 7, where we put the accent on the physical. Lasers got the crowd pumped up because it is crunch time. And today's crunch time event, Super Powerball. Instead of 3-on-2, it's 2-on-2, Larry. Buz Rosenberg with a 33-8 lead over Sean Hargrow.
It's a very physical game. You take 2 scoring pods out of there, 1 gladiator out of there, and what that boils down to is a lot of face-to-face confrontation.
Goals in the outer cylinder worth 3 points. A goal in the center cylinder worth 5. Laser and Tower doing the honors. Sean with a big move past Tower. Laser knocks the ball out of Buz's hands.
Ooh, nice stiff arm. Buz.
Buz with that University of Georgia football background scores again. Vince Dooley taught him well. Baby Conan. Sean Hargrow shakes off Tower and gets one in the middle. Whoa! Sean Hargrow automatically awarded 3 points for Laser going high, and he got another 5 right there in the center cylinder. This is the time where the Contenders can pick up a lot of points, and they have. 10 seconds to go. Buzzy a little, maybe out on his feet.
He's more than a little.
Well, they blow the whistle with 5 seconds left to go on the clock. I think they are going to attend to Buz Rosenberg because clearly he is not able to continue at this point.
He's more than a little woozy, Mike. We can go back and take a look at a few of the hits he suffered. Took 2 or 3 right in a row. Here at the hands of Laser, his head gets driven right into the mat. I think this is the beginning of his problems right here. Obviously very woozy.
Still, Buz struggles to his feet. The cobweb's not completely shaken out yet. He still hears the bells ringing, but he continues, and watch what happens here as he tries to get by Tower. He runs right into Sean Hargrow. And from Sean's perspective, he never saw Buzzy coming. Watch it again. Going for that score, and bam!
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Buz a little earlier in the competition. Check this stiff arm out. You know where he picked that up. That's an old college move. Puts Laser right on the seat of his pants.
We're going to resume the match with 5 seconds. Sean Hargrow has already scored 13 points. Buz Rosenberg, 6. And that is it, but oh man, you have paid the price when you go 45 seconds against Tower and Laser. Sean Hargrow and Buz Rosenberg deserve everybody's respect. 2 tough kids, Larry.
Well, we call it Super Powerball. Not only are they taking the knocks from the Gladiators, but check this out. They're thumping on each other.
And if you don't keep your eyes open and on a swivel, you could have something like that happen to you.
Now, that wouldn't be considered a cheap shot in the NFL, would it, Mike? Nah, right.
Tell you what, though, Sean recovered. He was tough. He scored 19 points here in Super Powerball and puts himself in good position going into the Eliminator. The view there from Tower's helmet cam. Well, Storm is ready, and Siren's got him romping and stomping here at Gladiator Arena. Jennifer Walz leads Claudia Valdiviez 17-12 coming into Super Powerball.
Gladiators ready!
Claudia going to try to rely on her quicks, and Jennifer, her power. That power paid off there as she scored, and she scores again with Storm draped all over. Oh! Claudia made a mad dash for that middle cylinder, and Siren got there in the nick of time. We'll watch it.
That was a smart move by Claudia. She just barely missed it.
25 seconds left to go. Oh, she's still alive. Oh. Siren forgot about her for a second, and Jennifer the beneficiary because Siren had her back turned to her when she scored. Whoa, she got a rough ride there from Storm. Claudia did. She is down. Our trainer's attending to her.
Mike, she took a tough shot. What happened? Storm just picked her up so high when she turned her loose. Claudia was a little discombobulated. Went right back to the surface. You'll see it here. Storm just so powerful with upper body. Flips her up in the air.
Essentially let her go.
Yeah, that's a bottom line. It's just a long fall, and she smacked that surface pretty hard with her back.
Well, the best case scenario is if she just had the wind knocked out of her, and that appears to be what it is. She's on her feet with our trainers. There's her mother. You might expect upset and concerned about her daughter.
Well, she's walking it off. Perhaps it was just that, what you alluded to, Mike. Perhaps just the wind was knocked out of her.
Well, Claudia Valdiviez is apparently okay. She's been thoroughly looked over by our trainers, and I think what Claudia might do, because she wants to go on and compete in the Eliminator, she wants to advance to that second round. It'd be wise on her part to just stay in that safe zone for the remaining 10 seconds.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready!
Jennifer, of course, could be the beneficiary of that if she could score, but Siren wrapped her up and stopped her there. Now she's going for that. Oh, man, she almost got it, and that is it. Time expires. So Claudia Valdiviez, assuming that she's all right, and it looks like she is, will go on into the Eliminator, but she'll have some ground to make up against Jennifer Walz.
I'm 6'3", and I weigh about 188 pounds today. It's like being hit by a Volkswagen. And that flying off the platform is not something you can do graceful, no matter how great a gladiator you are. If I take someone down in Powerball and I hurt them, there's no one that's more hurt than I am about that, you know, and I'll be the first one there to help them up and to be concerned about them.
The Eliminator awaits Jennifer Walz and Claudia Valdiviez. It's the final event here at Gladiator Arena. Right now, our women's professional basketball player has a 19-point lead on Claudia, good for a 9.5-second head start. But remember, Claudia bruised her back in Super Powerball, and the question is, will that injury prevent her from coming up with the all-out effort necessary to make up that time differential? Let's find out. Larry's with her at the start line. Larry?
Claudia, that was a wicked hit that you took in Super Powerball. Everyone's concerned about your physical well-being. Are you all right?
I'll be fine when I finish the competition.
You're aware of the fact that you have a 9.5-second deficit. Does that rain on your parade? Does it dampen your spirits?
No, I just want to get through. I want to get through the Eliminator.
Good luck.
So I think Claudia maybe biting back, holding back the pain a little bit. She's a tough customer, though. This was her during the break in the trainer's room getting ice on her back. So I'm sure she's just a little bit stiff and a lot sore right now. On course for the Gladiators, underneath the hand bike, ready to impose a penalty if need be. It'll be siren and zap. And activating the gauntlet, Electra and Storm. There they are. And the Eliminator is brought to you by Mars. Mars, making life a little sweeter. Both women poised at the start. Again, Claudia has to make up that big head start deficit. Jennifer pumping, pushing. She's made it up that reverse treadmill, now the hand bike. Here comes Claudia. Hustle, Claudia, hustle. She's pumping those legs. Look at her go. This is a girl who has a 300-plus squat to her credentials. Jennifer, though, an amazing athlete, spins off in the last second there on the spinning cylinder. Claudia has cut into that 9.5-second head start. She might, oh man. Let's see if she's a little more successful getting back up on the platform. The cargo net has spelled disaster for many of our contenders. It is unsteady, unstable. And now Claudia has reached the cargo net.
Claudia, you're on the wrong side.
Claudia has gone up the wrong side.
Claudia.
Referee Larry Thompson there to tell her about it, but she's made it up to the zip line. Meanwhile, Jennifer Walz is back on terra firma, safe and sound. Only a wall and the gauntlet remain. Claudia now on the zip line. Apparently she's okay. She told Larry all she wants to do is just finish this thing. But it's going to be Jennifer Walz, our women's professional basketball player and systems engineer from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, who wins it and advances to the second round. Her time, 1 minute and 29 seconds as we watch a very determined Claudia Valdiviez. Let's let her cross the finish line as well. Whoa, man.
Got some tired ladies here. Claudia, firstly, congratulations for finishing.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to do.
Jennifer, 1 year ago you watched this on TV. Now you've done it. How does it compare with what you thought it would be?
Oh man, it is tough. I can't even talk. All the gladiators are they're tough at every single event, and you just got to give everything that you've got.
Great job. Mac?
So Jennifer Walz, our systems engineer from Collegeville, Pennsylvania, and also professional basketball player with the New Jersey Suns, takes her first step on the road to the Grand Championship. For the men, 41-year-old Buz Rosenberg was sailing along through 6 events, then all of a sudden in crunch time, alternate Sean Hargrow came through and closed the gap. As a result, Buz now only has a 12-point lead, good for a 6-second head start. Now we know that baby Conan, that's Sean Hargrow, has plenty of athletic talent. Right now he's at the start line along with the man he replaced, Ernest Peace. Larry?
Ernest, you've sustained a pretty severe shoulder injury. How about filling us in on the status of that?
Okay, it's a 3rd-degree shoulder separation. Later on next week, I'm going to have a couple pins put in, so I'll probably be out about 6 months till I bounce back.
All right, any words of encouragement for Sean?
Yeah, keep pumping hard, baby. Don't quit. Get tired, just keep pumping hard. That's all.
Sean, you're staring at a 6-second deficit. How are your spirits?
I feel good, and I hope I do better. And just hope I'm blessed. I'm sure I am, and I'll try my best.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Keep pumping is how this aviation electronics technician leads his life, and pumping is exactly how Sean Hargrow trained for the Eliminator, by pumping his legs up these sand dunes in Los Angeles. He has to make up a 6-second head start deficit. That uphill treadmill first, then it's the hand bike on course for the Gladiators. It'll be Turbo and Sabre ready to impose a penalty there, and down the final straightaway. Making that gauntlet cook, it is Laser and Tower.
To the line. Ready.
Buz Rosenberg with that 6-second head start. The former University of Georgia defensive back has made it up that reverse treadmill. Now can Sean Hargrow, baby Conan, make up the difference? So far, Buz mistake-free, but down he goes on that spinning cylinder. Sean could use this to his advantage if he can make it all the way across, but down he goes. Buz, the first to reach the cargo net, but Sean Hargrow right there. 6 seconds suddenly has become 2 seconds. Buzzy on the hand bike, grabs it with one hand. Here comes Sean. This final straightaway is going to tell the tale. Buz Rosenberg up and over the wall, through the gauntlet, weaving his way. He saved his best for last, Buz Rosenberg. In a time of 54 seconds, our winner, he advances to the second round, and Sean Hargrow, tough, determined, but just not enough speed there at the end. And after the race was over, Buz Rosenberg went directly to the trainer's room. He hurt himself during the course of that Eliminator race. Here's where it's happened. On the spinning cylinder, he's going to go tumbling, and watch him brace himself with his left hand right there. It bends backwards. We understand he suffered a dislocated little finger on his left hand.
You know, I like it, though. To beat me, you got to beat me.
Buz not about to let Sean Hargrow win by default. No injury was going to stop him. Buz Rosenberg from Jacksonville, Florida, wanted to prove that life begins at 40. He has certainly made a lot of believers here at Gladiator Arena.